on the deadly Fairview Fire burning near Hemet. Highway 74 is now closed between Mountain Center and Highway 243 and the east end of Hemet. Authorities urging people to stay away from the entire area as the fire grows. This fire has now blackened just under 19,500 acres. That tweet being put out, that information coming in a tweet from CAL FIRE just moments ago. So nearly doubling in size since the last update. News Channel 3's Samantha Lomibaugh kicks off our fire coverage right now in Mountain Center, where a community meeting was held tonight to prepare for what could be next. Samantha.
That's right, John. Now it seems like there's new concern with that almost doubling in acreage, and now that fire is actually moving east towards the Anza area. Our photographer Tarp just told us that it's about 3/4 of a mile away from the 74 right now. Now, if you take a look, you can see the red glow right there behind the mountains. Although those flames are still miles away, you can still see it coming through to this area. Now, fortunately, here in the Mountain Center and Anza communities, there have not been any evacuations yet, but it is moving closer this way. Now, this area is no stranger to wildfires, and residents here tonight say they want to just be kept in the loop in case that Fairview fire gets even closer.
It's a very large fire, right? So I don't want to give any disillusion that the only concern or the only area of concern across the entire fire is that area approaching.
Dozens of concerned residents in the mountain communities gathered to get an update on the Fairview fire.
We want to try to stay as safe as we possibly can, and this is probably one of the best ways to do it.
CAL FIRE officials, along with deputies in California Highway Patrol, spoke with people in the area with what they need to know in case of an evacuation.
So we want to make sure we reach out, they have enough information and information early to be prepared in case we do have to initiate those evacuation warnings and or orders in this area.
Since the fire broke out on Monday, it's grown thousands of acres each day. The fast-spreading flames fueled by dry brush. Fire officials are keeping an eye on where the wind could take it next.
So when we have our fuel, our weather, and our topography all in line, it creates erratic, extreme fire behavior, and that's kind of what we've seen over the last couple of days.
For longtime Anza resident Kathy Beal, it's not the first wildfire that's come close to home. She's prepared if the flames become a threat.
It would take me 5 minutes to get everything ready to go other than my animals. I do have chickens and dogs and cats and stuff, but that would be the hardest thing to do, is get them prepared.
But for two Garner Valley residents who just moved to the area last year, they're worried about how quickly the blaze is moving.
You know, if the wind turns around, it can move fast. So yeah, we're concerned.
They tell me this is the closest they've seen a wildfire to their house.
You know, we've cleared a lot of brush from our property in the last year, but we still feel like we have a ways to go. So, you know, we feel like we're so dependent on the weather and wind, and, you know, we hope it doesn't come over the hill.
But like Beal, they're ready to leave at any given moment.
It's been very fast moving, and we do have horses. We have a couple, but we have our horse trailer all hooked up and ready to rock and roll. So, you know, we're ready to get out in a moment's notice, really.
Now that orange reddish glow coming over the mountains is actually strengthened over the past hour. That means those flames are making its way up that ridge going east. Like you said, that part of the 74 closed tonight, and it's only 3/4 of a mile away from the Highway 74 right there. And by the end of the week, though, we could be seeing completely different weather conditions here with Hurricane K on the way. CAL FIRE said they do have plans laid out in case of any mudslides in those burn scar areas, and will be sure to keep residents informed. But of course, stay with News Channel 3 for any updates on this rapid spreading fire. Again, nearly 20,000 acres burned, still 5% contained. So be sure to stay with News Channel 3 on air and online for any updates. Live in Mountain Center, Samantha Lomibaugh, News Channel 3.